What's up, people? We're gonna have a quick conversation about parenting. It's a lot of parents that they ain't doing the best job. A lot of parents ain't doing the best job, and it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, these are the same parents that are crying and singing the blues after your kid is caught up in some damage. They caught up in some real serious situations. Um, Part of my activism that some of you guys may or may not seen or take notice to is that some people say, well, oh, you know how to get people out of trouble. To some degree, that is true. I can help ease a situation. I can help rectify a situation, right? I got a little influence, an ability to convey a narrative, a situation. I can tell a story in a compelling way. That's what a activist does. That's what an advocate does. I'm gonna tell you a few stories about some things that I've been a part of, some things that I've witnessed, and things that I tried to prevent. While some listened and some didn't. Okay, so I was at one of my homeboys' house on the north side of town, Toledo, Ohio. We in the north, and I'm at his house, and his son was there. Let's call his and his cousin or his uncle was there. Let's call him Ray Ray. So you got Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie's really the good kid. Ray Ray is too. Okay? At their house. Now, y'all know I carry a firearm. So I got my Glock, got my bulletproof vest. Of course, I got the taser that I shoot out. Same one that the police got. Okay? Now, I know that I'm legal to carry, and I know that I'm a reasonable, responsible gun owner. Okay? Follow me. So I'm at my homeboy's house in North Toledo. And I just happened to walk in the room and I heard, Pookie and Ray Ray playing around, and they saw my firearm and they said, hey, I got a gun too. And they pulled their gun out. And I looked at it and I said, what the freak? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's got this gun. And it looks real, but it was a fake aerosol BB gun. So I took the gun. I said, you guys do not need to be playing with this. This is not okay. My dad let me play. My mom know listen, I'm sorry, but I don't want to see you with this gun again. The next time I see you with it, I'm going to destroy it. So I took the firearm and I told Pookie's dad, I said, listen, he don't need to be having that gun. Not because listen, the police will kill you and they will get away with it. How many times have we seen these stories of Tamir Rice type of cases? I don't know why black parents allow their black boys to play with guns. And I did not understand why my mother coming back from the store. I overheard them talking about, I don't know, I just got okay. So as I was saying, if my eyesight ain't I don't got 20/20 vision. So my ears, my sight, my ears, and let me get out of this light here. So my ears and are super strong, super strong. Okay. So they came back from the store, and I seen one of them with the gun tucked. It was a fake gun. I said, "Hey, what is that?" It was the same gun that I took before. So I took the gun. brought it in the house, and I stumped on it and destroyed the gun. I said, you will get killed. The police ain't playing. The police ain't playing. They will kill you. Do you not get? I had to tell these kids in layman terms, and the most straightest possible way, that you can be killed. They were playing with the gun, pointing the gun at people, just playing around, just being kids, being boys. And unfortunately, we can't keep making excuses for our black boys. You can't say, oh, boys gonna be boys. No, we don't want a dead black boy. We don't want a dead young man. We want to build up scholars. We want to build up attorneys. We want to build up judges. If you know young people, especially black boys in particular, and you know that they got a gun, and you their mama or your daddy or their uncle or the cousin, or you the friend or the family, it is your responsibility to nip that shit in the bud, because this is out of control. Okay? So I took the gun and I destroyed the firearm. I stepped on it, I broke it in half, and I told the father what I did after I did it. I said, now this is my second time having a conversation with you. And he like my cousin. He like my cousin. I ain't gonna say his name. He well known on the north. That's all I'm gonna say. And I took the gun and I destroyed the gun. And not only did I destroy the gun, I called Ray Ray's mama. That ain't his real name, but I called Ray Ray's mama. And I said, hey, I was over such and such house and your son had this gun. Well, I want to let you know that I took it and I destroyed it. Okay? Now, fast forward. We're going to fast forward. This is where the shit gets real. All right? So I get a frantic phone call. From Ray Ray's mother. Ray Ray's mother contacted me, and I was not able to respond to the message because I was just so overwhelmed and busy with other cases. Literally, I don't sleep. I do a lot of cases back to back, and I do a lot of free stuff that you never know about, that I don't broadcast. So then the grandmother reaches out. The grandmother reaches out to me, Pookie and Ray Ray, and they told me that Pookie caught a case of a robbery case, and he had a gun. Okay? Had a gun. And that they needed an attorney to work the case. So now I've got to go into my personal contacts because, they friends, we damn near family. So I had to, make some phone calls to see what I can do. One day, about 2 months ago, I happened to be leaving juvenile court. Walking out of juvenile court, and I see the grandmother sitting down by the front door. The grandmother gives me a hug and tells me that, the case is moving along, but the child, Pookie, is on probation, juvenile probation, for this gun. Okay? And I'm like, man, sometimes you got to let the system play itself out and work itself out. Because I will tell you, got a lot of good judges in juvenile court. I will say that. And then you got a couple scumbags that shouldn't even be attorneys at all. But that's neither here nor there. My point is, there was a shooting tonight that happened over in the Cherry Woods. I don't know if y'all heard about that shooting that happened. And then there was a young man who I know his mother, who is currently, another young man who's currently sitting in juvenile detention as we speak because he had a real gun. He actually had a real gun. And he's sitting in juvenile, and everyone's saying, free such and such, free him, and we screaming free him till it's backwards. The people saying free him are just as much as idiots as the person who had the gun. When you say free him, you typically say free somebody when they're innocent. We scream no justice, no peace. I say no justice, no sleep. We scream shut them down, they gotta go. We scream Black Lives Matter. But don't nobody want to talk about when we do stuff in our own community. There is no reason no reason whatsoever that juveniles are walking around with guns. It is unacceptable. It should not be tolerated. It can't be justified. Black mothers have to be responsible. Black fathers have to step up to the plate and be fathers. We all cried and mourned the death of Tamir Rice. We cried. I shed tears over the Tamir Rice situation. He had a toy gun. He was shot in less than 2 seconds while the officers, when they arrived on scene. It was less than 2 seconds when they were on scene that they started gunning him down. Black mothers gotta start being responsible. Now, when your son gets jammed up for being caught with a firearm, now we're screaming, free little Pookie, free little Day Day. We got to start being real and being serious about these matters that face our communities. Because ain't nobody going to say it. Ain't no one going to tell you the way I'm telling you. You can call me a hater, a snitch, or whatever. But when will we start to have a serious and an honest conversation in black neighborhoods about how we should be interacting? I watched someone's live video tonight. I was watching, and I'll say the name. I was watching Miss Eulis. I was watching her live video. And while I knew what she meant, she said, well, it ain't none of our people, so we good. It ain't none of our people, we good. It was somebody she knew, she said, but she said it was none of her people. And that is the wrong mindset for people of color to be having. Black folks. And even white folks, we say, well, it ain't our issue. It wasn't one of my kids. It wasn't one of my cousins or my brothers, so I don't give a damn. That is a negative mindset to be having. Because it could have been one of her family members that got shot. At some point, we got to start keeping it 1,000 with each other. They say it takes a village to raise a child. I completely believe in that. Completely. If you see a young person with a gun, fake or real, take it. Destroy it. Destroy it. You got my blessings. And then if you get arrested for criminal damage, I'll make sure you represent. If you see a young person with a gun, real or fake, take it. Take it. Because we're trying to prevent the Tamir Rices of the world. So now there's a family I got one family, close friend of mine, whose son is going through the juvenile detention center in the judicial system because he actually had a gun, a fake gun. Then we got another case where, and that fake gun was used in a robbery. So you know that if you use a fake gun in a robbery, guess how they're going to treat it? They're going to treat it as if it's a real gun. Now, then you got another family that's on Facebook screaming free such and such and free such and such because they had a real gun. No, it's not free such and such. It's not free such and such. We got to start having this accountability piece. You got to start being accountable. So, and that requires the community to take a stance on gun violence in our neighborhood. See, look, in Toledo, Ohio, you can't say that it's the police out here gunning down black folks left and right, because that ain't the case. That ain't the case. Now, I'm not saying Toledo police ain't effed up. I'm not saying that they aren't wrong, that they don't violate people's rights. I've had my rights violated plenty of times by Toledo police in recent days. But at the end of the day, they not the ones gunning down black people in Toledo. But the moment we start talking about the stuff that we're doing in our own neighborhood, and the moment people like Sir Maejor start calling us out for our own BS, then we're going against the grain. We ain't pro-black no more, or we're not for the community no more. Let me tell you, the OGs then ruined generations. They screwed up generations. The OGs out in our communities have fucked over our people for so long. And I'm going to say it and don't give a damn how you feel. OGs didn't have a problem pumping dope in our communities, getting people's mothers stuck on crack, stuck on heroin. Now you see this generational poverty. Generational poverty. The grandmothers were in poverty. The mothers were in poverty. Then our generations are in poverty. At some point, there has to be an accountability piece. And you want to have this conversation before it's too late. See, oftentimes people run and get Sir Maejor after the harm has been caused, after the damage has been done, after Pookie didn't pull the trigger. And once you pull that trigger, you can't take it back. Young people, it's so easy. It's fast. You can get a gun faster than getting a good education. You can get a gun faster than getting some bubble gum. That's how easy it is and accessible to get a gun. There's got to be some accountabilities. So to the OGs in the street, man, y'all got to fix this. Y'all got to fix this. You're responsible. You're responsible. You're responsible. I'm going to get off my soapbox. I just wanted to make you guys critical thinkers. I wanted to put this on your mind, put this on your hearts as you guys sleep tonight. There's been another person killed in Toledo, or shot in Toledo. Let me say shot. Another person shot and wounded in Toledo. And you can't keep blaming the police because they're not the ones doing the shooting. All right? Wish y'all the best. Peace.